Good day. Welcome to 11to30.tech. I'm Earl Cannonbire. This is my assistant, Patricia.
How's it going, eh?
It's going pretty good. Today at 11to30.tech, we are going to fix this broken pull-out recycling garbage drawer. As you can see, it tilts down. It shouldn't tilt down. It's broken.
And this is our assistant, Schmidt Cannonbare.
Schmidt Cannonbare make an appearance. So stick around. We're going to fix this using 3D printing.
Yay!
Okay, so as you can see, Patricia,
Yes.
the screw that went into the wood has stripped out.
Yep.
I've tried multiple times to re-screw it back in different places along the bracket mount. But all these places now are too chewed up to put more in. So my thought is,
We can 3D print something!
when we put this down, we have a little bracket that comes out like this, goes up and over, and then down the side. A U shape, if you will, on each side. Out, over, back, up, out, over, back. And we do that here, here, and here. That way we're distributing the load of all our garbage and recycling.
Yes.
Yes, you think that'll work?
Of course.
All right. Now,
Try it.
if we were setting traps, we just set a trap here, 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 really big one over here, here, here,
And here.
here, and here. But we're not setting traps. We are, in fact,
Making a bracket.
making a bracket. All right, let's try it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try this, shall we? So what we forgot to do off screen was show that we took the actual measurements of the bracket height and the bracket length. So we did get those measurements, and what I'm going to do here is attempt to create that bracket. And yeah, so I have a new file. Let's go ahead and save that. And we're going to call this bracket fix 02, because I've done this once before, but I want to run through this so I can make sure I know how to do it. And we're going to do save, and then I'm going to create a new component and call that bracket. And we're going to create a sketch, and I think I did it on this plane, which is the front plane. And really all I did was I created a line, which I have already there, a derp. Basically what I did is I did this. I want one to go there and then come up and then, oops, up, over, down, and then over. Okay, and then I stopped. Now, the trick to this is to getting this to a point where it is programmatic. So I can put in my parameters and change them and it works. But before we do that, we need to create some parameters. And yeah, let's do that now. So let's go bracket length. And I put that at 61 millibrand meters. You can go over there. And then bracket height. We'll create that there. And 6 farm fresh. meters of millimeterness, and then of course we're going to need one for our tolerance, and we're going to do that at 0.3. Okay, all right. So first thing, we need one other one. We need bracket actual. So that would be like the part that goes on the base of that drawer. And we're going to start, I think, with 20. Gong! And I think that's it. Okay, so I want this to be, I'm going to dimension this out with the D key. Bracket actual. Okay. And then I want this and this to be equal, and I want them to be collinear. Okay. Okay, and then this is going to be bracket height plus tolerance. And then this is going to be bracket length. Do I need tolerance there? Sure. Excellent. Okay, so now I should have, let's do this. Let's put you there and you there. So this is equal to this. This needs to be equal to this. And I had the same thing before, and it's over constrained. Maybe because that is there and that's there. So I guess we'll try that. So what I did then was created another line going from here up like that. And then I did, this is going to be, we dimension this guy out. This is going to be bracket height plus tolerance. No, I don't need tolerance there. Good. And then, what is that? Okay, you're not going away. Why are you not going away? There we go. There we go. Okay, see what's going on. I think, yep, that's that. That is that. Okay. So then we need to go up here and then come up that way. I think then I did, can't type, bracket actual that's not going to do what I want. I think what I did was minus bracket height. Yes, that is, I think, what I did. And then I did another line up there, and that was going to go over to there. And then okay. Getting hard to look at here. Let's zoom in. Zoom in. Let's do that. There we go. Let's bring you back here. Da 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 da. And let's take you, and you are going to be bracket height. Good. You are going to be bracket length times or plus plus bracket height times 2. Is that what I did? It's really frustrating that didn't save. But anyway, yes, I think that is what I did. Sweet. Whoa. Okay, so, and I flipped it around. Here. Thank you. So then I can go bear, bring that up there and down. Then I can take that's dimensioned. Let's see, do I need to make that equal to that? Okay, good. Let's do that equal to that, and this equal to that, and that should be fine. So now, if I go here, and I'm like, oh, you know what? Bracket actually needs to be twice as long, or twice as big. What does that do for us? Does that expand both? It does. Or if I need it less. It does. Okay. Let's go back. Let's say 25. Okay. So this is now driven by our parameters. And let's say, oh, you know what? I'm really off. Yep. Does everything go? Everything goes. Cool. Excellent. What was that? 61? Who's paying attention at home? 61? 61. Okay. So we have our sketch. And with our sketch done, we can extrude it. So let's extrude this. Extrude. And I did bracket actual. And we'll make a new body. And good. And let's see. There we go. So the little pulley thing will go underneath here. And that should work very well. Let's add a chamfer here. And let's submit our, where is our modified chamfer? Why are you not in my toolbar? Get in my toolbar. Actually, I think I would rather have a fillet in there. Here we go. So fillet, and let's do bracket actual divided by 2. That give us a nice little slope. Sure does. Let's add you as well. How's that look? Good. Now we need some holes. Okay, so I left the dimensions of that at the wrong dimensions, so I'm going to change that back to 51. And yeah, so I actually printed this out, and it was way too big. So there you go. So I think what I will do here next is round off those corners there at the top, left and right. And I just noticed that I'm on the wrong project there. Still on my keyboard stand retrofit. Link in the video description. So yeah, let's go and let's do a fillet. There we go. And of that guy and that guy. And let's use our bracket actual divided by 2. No. Divided by 3. No. Divided by 8. Yep, divided by 8. Excellent. Okay, so let's hide that sketch so that's not confusing me. And yeah, and let's add some holes to that side there. Let's go into our sketch mode and let's grab our line tool and let's create some construction lines at our center point, center to center, and the top center to the bottom center. And now I know where my center point is, and that's where I can, change that back to construction. There we go. That's where I can place my hole. So I'm going to go up to the crate and over to the hole tool and find that center point. Boom. And I did measure this. I don't remember what it was. It was like 4.2 or something. Something in that range for the actual screw that I was going to use. Something like that. 4.3 in that range. And I don't think we need anything super fancy for the type of hole. So let's just go back to that. And that looks pretty good. Yes. Okay. So now we can simply mirror that to the other side. And I will go up to my modify and I'll be like, where's that mirror's not here? No, it was, where's my mirror? There's my mirror tool. And then I'm like, I want a feature. And then I'm going to forget here that I need some sort of mirror plane. And I'm realizing that I didn't make a mirror plane. So let's go up to our, our construction plane. And let's make a, from the middle there to that one there. And great, we have that. Perfect. So now we can go back to our mirror tool and select our feature again, which is right there. And now we have a very nice mirror plane that I can choose my select and select that. And you can see it ghosted in over there on the other side. So I will play with that. I don't think that makes any difference for what we're doing here. And that is looking pretty good. So let's now maybe hide all our origins and our planes so we can see this a little bit better. Let's go to our home view and yeah, let's turn you off and then let's turn that off. That wasn't showing anyway, but yeah, okay. So now we have that. And now I think what I'll do is change the appearance so it looks like more closer to what we're going to print it in, which is a black PLA. And there is no PLA listed here, so I'm just going to grab a normal black matte or whatever the heck that is. And that is looking pretty good. So maybe I will now go up and we'll just do a quick render here. I'm just going to set this up and then kick it out. And I will, through the miracle of video editing, show you that. That's kind of what it looks like. And then we'll go back here and kick out a still file that we will then go and print with the Robo R2. So I'm going to change the name here so I know what version this is. The first one was too big. This is version 2. And let's go and over to Simplify 3D. And we shall import this in to our Simplify 3D. There it is, looking good. Excellent. And yeah, I don't know there's much really to do here. And oh yeah, I was going to flip this over so the print, the layer adhesion is stronger in the direction that makes more sense because I'll be putting most of the weight there on the middle lengthwise. So we want this to be a little bit stronger. I'm going to reload my Robo R2 presets and just change the infill here. You can see my layer settings. I'm going to leave that probably all the same. And so, yep, leave those the same. Not going to change much from the fast setting. Maybe look at changing that, but I don't know that it's really worth. I guess we'll try grid. Okay. Prepare to print. Let's just get a quick little preview, and I've got this showing. I want to show feature type. There we go. Now I can kind of see my infill and my outer parameters. And yeah, this is looking pretty good. And I don't think I need any supports there to make those holes work. So let's kick out the toolpath or the G code and throw that back on the thing and upload that to Octoprint. And here we have the Robo R2 printing it. And yeah, I don't know that this took too long to print, but yeah. So the next thing I wanted to do is see if I could get the generative design to work. And I played around with this a little bit, and I end up getting a simulation to kind of work so I could see where most of the stress was going to go. And I don't know if it's because I have an older version, or not an older version. I've got the free version of Fusion 360. It's not a paid for version. So I don't know. I didn't play around with it too much. I kind of want to get this done so I could start using the garbage and recycling again without having the buckets sitting in the middle of my kitchen. So basically, I just decided to take what I learned from the simulation mode and round off these corners, because that's kind of where I saw the most potential for limiting the amount of plastic we use and possibly even getting a faster print without sacrificing much strength in the part. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to kind of figure out how big I want that the roundness to be, and I'm going to just figure that out here. And I'm thinking like 5, perhaps. That looks pretty good. And let me grab my line tool and grab somewhere in there. And let's see, how am I going to figure this out? Where do I want that rounding to kind of start? And this is always fun when you don't really know what you're doing. So let's see if there's a good way. Yeah, it's like Fusion, because it's sort of just like, hey, I think you should put this here. This is where you should put this, and you're like, okay, that looks pretty good. And yeah, so now I just need to make another one. And can I not select that for my mirror? That must be on a different sketch. Why can't I? That's weird. Let's try that again. Mirror line. No. Still can't select it. Can you not use a construction line, maybe, for your mirror line? That's really weird. So that's fine. You want to be a real line? You can be a real line. I'll make another real line. There you go. In the interest of time and getting it done. How about now? Now, do you want to be a mirror? Can we mirror you now? Looks like it. There we go. So I don't know why I couldn't use that construction line. And looks like I am off on that line. So maybe I just won't use a mirror. Fine. And I got my construction line on again, but that's easy enough to fix. And there you go. So now I can get rid of all that plastic because I probably don't need it. So I think we can basically just do perhaps maybe a push-pull or an extrude to get rid of that. Let's see. I think I'm still, yeah, there we go. We'll just do an extrude, and we'll go to the bottom there, and we'll do a cut, and boom. Excellent. So now I should be able to mirror that feature to the other side. Select my feature and then bring in I should be able to use that same mirror center we used from before. Yep, there we go. Select that. Okay, what happened? There we go. Good. So now I have version 2 kicking. So let's go ahead and perhaps output a STL of this. Yep, that looks pretty good. Okay. So yeah, let's grab a still of this and cook this over to Simplify 3D. And we'll be able to kind of take a look here at what's going on. And we'll call that version 3. And flip over to, I got to do a little file management here, apparently. Oh, there we go. Bring up my old one. Oh, that was something I was printing from before. It's not certainly needed at this time. And get rid of that. And now get rid of that and there we go. There's the new one. All right. So let's go ahead and put the surface there. So we're printing vertically. And yeah. And I don't know that there's much more. Maybe I'll turn it around so it's easier to see with my camera. And let's go and check our parameters, our settings. And I didn't change anything from the last print there, so it's all the same. And yeah, let's go back into Octoprint. And let's just set this up to print. And yeah, you can see it there, printing there in the lower right. And it came out pretty good. So let's go to our review of what happened.
We are here after we designed some mounts. This was our first attempt. I got the dimensions wrong, and I needed more space there. So then I went to this guy. I got the dimensions between here and here basically correct, so that is working. I have enough room for my screw, and I did play around with generative design in Fusion 360. I don't know if because I'm using the free version it didn't really work, but it did tell me after I did some testing, which I did show, that this area here was pretty much not being used, so I rounded off the corners and came up with this guy. So I got 2 of those and 1 of these, so I'll probably do middle, side, side. And then I was getting crazy. I was like, well, let's see if we can further reduce the amount of plastic we need. And I went with this, but I got a little too greedy with my plastic shapes, and it did snap. So there you go. We're just going to go now. I could have gone back and removed this guy and that guy and probably been fine, but in the in the interest of time, I just decided to say, you know what, these 2 are good enough. Okay, so now we are going to attempt to install said device. So I've got my drill, so we can try to pre-drill one of these out. This, let me pre-thread that. Pre-line that up. Feature. The screws that I pulled out of there, and this is
Should wear eye protection on. Lifting up.
okay. So now should be able to
Lifting up.
put you in, and then not have you spin and be a punk. Okay, so
Stop.
let's see, take the flashlight out and shut it. Can you shut it? Now open it. Is it holding? So that seems to be working. So let's put the one on the right in, because that was fun. So what did we learn? Start with the back first.
Yeah.
So it doesn't spin. Actually, this would not spin it on us because it would spin right into the thing. So this one, I think we're okay. Do, 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 do. Okay, tilt up.
Do you need the flashlight?
Yeah, sure. Boom. Oh, this is so much fun when you have bad knees.
Do you want me to get you a pillow?
Bad knees, everybody. Can I push down?
Down.
Nope, so it pushes down on the,
Oh.
yep. Like I thought it would, okay. But
Works.
I think with that middle one in there, I'll put you somewheres in the middle. Put one there, and we put one there. So that's 6 spots instead of 2. So let's put our full, well, sort of full, trash and recycling in there. Let's see, let's try garbage there. Oh yes, nothing like showing YouTube
Our trash.
your trash. Okay, so we successfully fixed our pull-out recycling garbage drawer thing. Showed you how to model them in Fusion 360. Showed you how we install them. Anything you want to add, Patricia?
It works.
It works. For how long? We don't know. That's not the point. The point
We'll
is
find out.
that it works. Okay, so if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you want to, yeah, what do you do?
That's okay.
If you didn't, that's okay. You can hit thumbs down. At least we know you watched it.
You.
Want to see more of our videos? Hit
Subscribe.
the subscribe button. And there you go. Good day.
Okay.
So now, yes, I can see that we can pull this out and push it back in very nicely in a nice kind of working kind of way.